Hey guys, Oxendad from 7th Hour Films back again with Doctor Who. Last time around was Listen. What was that one about?
Well, it seemed to be about, some kind of invisible boogeyman. The Doctor was always worried that there was something following him, something he couldn't see. And somehow or other, I don't remember the exact circumstances that got him there, but Clara went into this old house or something. He's a young boy in bed at night, and he seemed to be crying because he was afraid. And the parents said he'll never go to the academy. He's never going to amount to anything. I can't remember if they actually mentioned Gallifrey or not, but she went up and realized that it was the Doctor before he became the Doctor. And she very quietly talked to him and said, "You don't need to fear. You're going to do great things, yada, yada, yada." So it kind of fit into this whole Clara going into the 11th Doctor's time stream, but then literally having an effect on all of the other Doctors throughout his entire regeneration. So it was very interesting. Again, whatever the original plot was, I don't remember it that well, but this idea that she helped not only shape the 12th Doctor, but also everyone that came before him, and conceivably everyone after him too.
Oh, that's what a lot of people hate about it. So
I kind of like that, though. I thought that was an interesting idea.
It's interesting you mention, Clara going into the time stream from a while back. There's that scene at the beginning of that episode, in the Name of the Doctor, where you see that Clara is a Time Lord, and she's, telling the first Doctor, "Oh, you should take this TARDIS, because it'll be a lot better for you." And someone pointed out, actually, it wasn't in our comments, but I just saw someone point out that, every time Clara shows up, she dies in the timeline. So they're wondering, we don't see it, how does she die right after that, then? And someone points out, it could be that because she helped the Doctor steal the TARDIS originally, that eventually she was forced to regenerate because she was technically a Time Lord. And their theory is also, if you remember in The End of Time, when the 10th Doctor, he's trying to choose between who does he shoot. Does he shoot Rassilon or does he shoot the Master? And there's that one woman there that he seems to recognize. We don't know anything about it, but some people have sort of retroactively made that's Clara regenerated. So, but of course, we don't know who she was supposed to be.
And because she appeared just so briefly, telling the first Doctor and Susan to get the different TARDIS, it never occurred to me that she was a Time Lord.
Yeah.
Now, she could have been just an ordinary Gallifreyan.
It's possible, yeah. But it is something to think about, and I never thought about the fact that it's like, she would have lived a life on Gallifrey at that point, and she would have been able at least to get to where the old TARDISes were kept. So I never even thought about that, but that would have to be the case. So there is at least one Time Lord Clara out there. So anyway. And last episode, if you recall, I said that I could not remember a single thing about this episode, and I went ahead after you left. I watched the Next Time trailer. I was like, oh yeah, it's that episode, and I was like, I still don't really remember anything about it, but I remember what episode it was. So
well, it's got a great title, Time Heist.
Yeah,
it's like it wasn't Monty Python. It was Terry Gilliam's Time Bandits.
Yeah, so I vaguely remember this, but honestly, we're about to hit like a weird stretch of episodes this season where some of them I remember really well, and some of them I'm like, oh, that one happened. It's especially like on this particular, we have we're on disc 2 of the Capaldi DVD collection, because we have physical media in this house. Sorry, that was specifically a dig at Sony, who's not watching anyway. So, but on this particular disc, we have this episode and the next 4 episodes through Flatline. And it's an interesting set of 5 episodes we have here. So, and then the next disc, I don't know. This season's kind of weird. It's still good overall. So, anything else?
I guess I should tell everybody if I seem to squirm around a little bit today. My back is killing me because I finally got a hold of a copy of a play that's in public domain that I heard about 50 years ago, and I finally tracked it down. I got it sent to me, and now I'm in the process of updating and adapting it. So I've been hunched over my desk for the last week, and not conducive to great posture.
Well, yeah. I do that anyway, so my back is just... That's just how it's going to be now, forever, so... Oh, well. But with that,
let's watch the Time Heist.
Let's jump right in.
Oh, the Lagoon of Lost Stars.
He's still bored.
Or we could go to Brighton.
Yeah, go to
The
Brighton
whole
Beach.
day worked out.
Don't.
Why not?
Because if you answer it, something will happen.
What?
A thing.
It's just a phone, Clara. Nothing happens when you answer the phone.
Ah!
Doctor!
Don't touch it!
Where are we? How did we get here?
Who are you? Sorry, what's going on? I don't understand.
Yeah.
I am Clara Oswald, human. I've agreed to this memory wipe of my own free will. Do I really have to touch that worm thing?
Yes, you do. And change your shoes.
I am Sabra, living human. I've agreed to this memory wipe of my own free will.
Well,
Okay.
now we're in trouble.
Is it a cosmic poker game or something? I don't think this version of the theme is as dynamic as the last three. Seems a little muted.
This is a recorded message. I am the architect. Your last memories of receiving a contact from an unknown agency. Me.
The architect is always confusing.
Erased from your each vault, buried deep in the earth, is accessed by a drop slot at the planet's surface. It's atomically sealed, an unbreakable lock.
Would you use would you use the word Earth on a different planet?
Please stand away from the door. We do not wish to hurt you before incineration.
I was wondering what we're doing here. We found these amazing worms.
Yeah.
Unwelcome guests. We're going to need the teller.
How does breath identify you?
Don't know.
Does it change if you have too much garlic in your lunch?
Augmented human. Computer augmented, yes? Mainframe in your head. I'm a gamer. Sorry, who put you in charge? You're a liar. That's a prison code on your neck. I'm a hacker. / bank robber.
You're probably still a gamer too.
Shapeshifter. And why did the guy who sent them sound American?
God. It's gonna take us forever to get there at this rate.
Robbing banks is easy if you've got a TARDIS. So why am I not using it?
Question 2. Where is the TARDIS?
Okay, that probably should be question 1.
Oh, for a moment I thought they were Jadoon.
What was your plan? Counterfeit currency in your briefcase, perhaps?
No, not at all. For God's sake.
It really doesn't matter. We'll establish the details later. The teller is never wrong when it comes to guilt.
But what if you were planning to rob
Your
the supermarket
account
on the
will
next
be
planet?
And obviously your...
Ah,
Our reputation must remain secure. The director will blame us. We'll be fired.
Literally.
Fired with pain.
yeah.
No way. You can do what you like. I'm going to take my chances out there.
Sorry.
No. This guy, your mate, is a lunatic.
What do you want,
Yeah,
sir?
but
Still don't understand why you're in charge.
Basically, it's the eyebrows.
and you put it all back.
You deleted your friends?
My friends. Anyone who ever helped me. My family.
Your family?
Of course, my family.
How could you do that?
Well, I don't know.
Literally.
Suppose I must have loved them.
Can you not like lock away the memory somewhere specific and access it later? Put an encryption on it? I guess they'd find that.
Touch me, Doctor, and be looking at yourself.
Uh,
I am alone.
Why?
Could you trust someone who looked back at you out of your own eyes?
had to do it before.
Listen, when we're done here, by all means, you go and find yourself a shoulder to cry on. You'll probably need that. Till then, what you need is me.
Underneath it all, he isn't really like that.
It's very obvious.
And Director Karabraxos must not know. When people get fired here, it's messy.
It's literal fire. Yeah, read the Doctor's thoughts. All 7,000 years of them.
Come and find me! Every thief and villain in one big cocktail.
He's being a hero.
So guilty!
And you're being very slow.
While you're undoing my handcuffs.
Sabra.
Look like death.
Hey.
It was actually a teleporter.
Oh my god!
Oh, good.
Well, this is good. I suppose. You'll be able to resume the mission.
Yeah, we're not done.
For basic life support.
What, for a private vault?
Someone likes to hang out with their wealth.
Scrooge McDuck.
Wouldn't you?
King Tut's sarcophagus.
I thought you might like to call me someday. Sorry, I thought we were getting along famously. Am I like misreading the signals or something? Feast on them. Chucking. Big scarf. Bow tie. Embarrassing. What do you think of the new look? I was hoping for minimalism. But I came out with magician.
I'm dying. With many, many regrets. But one, perhaps, you may be able to help me with.
It's a little detour. It's a job. I've got to do it for someone. Come on. We need to rob a bank.
What?
It was a rescue mission. For a whole species. Flesh and blood. The last currency. Time to go home. What do you think of that, big man?
Let's go. Let's get out of here.
Cesare Borgia, mucho scary hombre, says to me, what do you think of our Leaning Tower of Pisa? I say, it looks okay to me.
Bad history jokes.
Yeah, if you ever need help with another bank heist.
Yeah, it's not really his area.
But he's very good at it.
Don't worry. Calories consumed on the TARDIS have no lasting effect.
What? Are you kidding?
Of course I'm kidding. It's not. She's not a medical worker.
Well,
Bye-bye. Robbing a bank. Robbing a whole bank. Beat that for a date.
oh, good grief. It's not a competition.
Well, it kind of is. It's not that he is interested in her as that kind of companion, but he does need a companion, and she fits the bill. He enjoys her, just like he enjoyed Rose and Martha and Donna and
Amy
and Rory.
Yeah.
And again, these two, both of them, even without her abilities to be a shapeshifter, they would be interesting companions.
Yeah.
Especially Sai.
Yeah. Honestly, they should do... I mean, I know they're doing 12th Doctor audio dramas now, but they don't have Peter Capaldi because he can't be bothered. Well, he said that he doesn't... At this time, he doesn't want to do those because he feels that it's better to have just the 3 seasons. Open and shut. It's all done. That's his character. That's his story. It's all he needs. But Big Finish obviously still wants to do those, so they've hired a sound-alike. From what I hear, I haven't heard what his actual voice is, but from what people say, it's apparently not a very good impression. So, but anyway. But they could totally do Big Finish episodes with Sai and Sabra. So,
all right. Well, I had kind of figured out that Karabraxos was the architect, but I didn't realize the thing with the two tellers.
Well, yeah.
because it didn't make any sense. The only person who could have known about the entire setup was the person who set it up.
Yeah.
So.
It is an interesting thing. I actually forgot that the Doctor was the architect, but like as he was talking, as you said, it has that strange American accent to him. So that's Capaldi doing his best American accent. There are a couple words in there where I heard it and I was like, oh, that's right. I think this is the Doctor, which means his accent slipped a little bit during that. So
now, again, although there was a lot of action, you notice that scene where they walked in slow motion. That was probably just to fill out the time. Right. But again, there was a whole lot of talking and not a lot of action. Now, it's not that I object to an intricate plot, but with the last 3 Doctors, we're used to quite a lot of action, and I understand Capaldi is older than they were, but it still seems that there's a complete shift in not just his personality, but I mean that time that he did run and he had to slow down because he was out of breath.
Yeah.
I mean, I understand that. I'm old. I'm older than he is. Oh, that's a sad thought. Anyway, I keep thinking about when I played Henry II in The Lion in Winter. His son challenges him to a duel. He says, not now, but someday. And Henry says, when? I'm 50 now. I've got a decade on the Pope. My God, I'm the oldest man I know. That's what I think Capaldi's like here. He's going, geez, I've never been this old. I mean, even with the first 3 Doctors, he hasn't been this old for a long time. And it's interesting watching him struggle with the fact that he's not young and spry.
Yeah. And I had another point that I was... Oh, I also find it interesting. They don't reference this, but it's interesting having this episode 2 episodes after the Robin Hood episode, where now in this episode, it is just Robin Hood again. Going in, I mean, it's a more, it's slightly different. You never saw Robin rob a bank necessarily, but still just going in. And then I think, especially at the end, the fact that it's not just, it's stealing the wealth and everything from Carabraxus, but it's also saving the 2 tellers, and it's these 2 people that need to be together who have been forced in this terrible thing, which I suppose in a sense is kind of like Robin and Marion in that episode. So I just find it interesting that it's like, after that episode of the Doctor being firmly against Robin, then to have this episode, it's like, no, this is exactly what they were talking about. You're exactly like him. So
again, I don't know why historical stuff like this pops into my mind, but Robin Hood couldn't have robbed a bank because banks didn't technically exist at that time, because that's in the late 1100s, early 1200s. And yes, it was during the Crusades where the Italian city-states started to make lots and lots of money because of the trade. They'd drop off the Crusaders and they'd have an empty ship. And they thought, I'm not going to make any money going back if I don't have anything on it. So they found friendly Arabic and Muslim merchants who said, "Well, sure, we'll give you oranges," and they became very, very wealthy. And they had to figure out a way. You can't say, "I'm going to pay you with a wagon load of oranges." So what they did was they would get these warehouses. They'd say, "I have a wagon load of oranges, which is worth, 10 sacks of grain." So they made up this little piece of paper, which we now call a check, that says this is good for what would be the equivalent of a wagon load of oranges or 10 sacks of grain. So that's essentially how the beginnings of paper money started. And these Italian families started saying, well, we need to make sure that this paper money is not being distributed everywhere. So they started building benches out in the marketplace, and these benches, which in Italian and French, if I recall correctly, are spelled B-A-N-C. B-A-N-C, they are banques. So that became the banks, and that was more late 1200s, 1300s, into the 1400s. I'm sorry, my mind goes flitting away sometimes.
Yeah. I am not very good at economics or anything like that. There was actually there's an anime a little while back that was technically, I thought it was a medieval fantasy, because it's about a guy who meets a wolf goddess. She's like, the goddess of the harvest and stuff like that. And the thing is, that's the only fantasy thing about the show, is just that she's a wolf girl. The rest of it is all just medieval economics, and like all the plots revolve around medieval economics, and I struggled watching that show. I'm like, I don't know what they're talking about half the time. So it's like, I just came here for the wolf girl, all right? I'm going to be honest with you. So I'm a simple man. But,
well, I'll be honest with you. I didn't really care for economics. I didn't take it when I went through college the first time. But when I went back to get my teacher certification, in order to get that, I had to take at least one economics course. And I had a very good economics teacher. She was an older woman, and I can't remember her name, Dr. somebody. But she literally got it down to the most basics, not just supply and demand, but talked about the history of bartering one item for another of equal value, etc., etc. Talked about the Renaissance and the banking and the money, and why money means anything is because we agree that it means something.
Yeah.
And I took that and just went, okay, if she can teach that to me, I can teach that to sixth graders. And you may vaguely remember, since you took my sixth grade class, that I did the whole Og, Mog, Pog, and Zog, and hunters and gatherers, and people who began to barter, and this all. So, and to this day, I still have students who will contact me and say, I saw something on TV the other day, and it reminded me of Og, Mog, Pog, and Zog. And I went, my work is done.
I definitely had two economics classes. One was in high school, where we just watched Dave Ramsey all day.
Yeah.
That class then turned into a government class, because that's one semester you take economics, the other you take government. I don't remember anything about the government class other than at the end we watched Mr. Smith Goes to Washington, which was okay. I mean, it was a fine enough movie.
Yeah.
The second economics class, I almost completely forgot about it until just now, that I took in college, and I remember the room that we were in, and nothing much else. If I were to guess, I probably made a C in that class. So, I don't remember anything else about it. So, anywho. Doctor Who. Yeah.
Economics, robbing banks.
Yeah.
Robin Hood.
Yeah. I mean,
through the Glen.
It's interesting, especially just the fact that they don't bring it up. I feel like that could have been a comment at the end by Clara, and just like, well, and you say you're not Robin Hood, so, but that was nice. And also just the fact that it's, we're still playing on that, Clara and Danny at the beginning. It's very understated here, but she's getting ready, she's gonna go on a date, and then worms, which is a brilliant, just hard cut to that. Like, there's nothing fancy about the edit, nothing crazy. It's just as perfectly as an editor I know. It's just, you just smash those two clips together, just right there. Phone, nope, it's a worm. So
now, where did we see the memory worms before?
That was in The Snowmen, when the 11th Doctor was in Victorian London, and that was with Victorian Clara, where they were going to use the worm on her. And then Strax kept touching the worm accidentally and losing his memory. So yeah, but I did think of that, and I was like, oh yeah, well maybe they could reference that. I was like, wait, nope, that was a different Clara that died. That was not this Clara, technically, so she wouldn't know about that. Yeah, I don't know how much else to say about the episode, and we didn't actually talk about the episode anyway. We were talking about economics, but...
Well, again, I'm enjoying Capaldi. It's mostly the eyebrows.
Well, yeah.
So, I mean, he is aware, not just the actor, but this Doctor is aware of how different he is from the Matt Smith version and the David Tennant version and all the other versions. And I think he's trying to adjust to that. In his own mind, he's going, I know all these people remember me this other way, and I know that's in here somewhere, but not only do they have to get used to me now, I've got to get used to the way they used to know me. So, I mean, it's interesting. I don't know that that's specifically in the writing, or if that's something that Capaldi as an actor is doing. Yeah. I do like that, again. And these are Stephen Moffat scripts, and he's usually very good. But I'm surprised at how little action there is. It's
Yeah.
a lot of talking, and I know that a lot of people, and I'm not one of them. I'm one that thinks you have to have action all the time. But these last 2 or 3 episodes, it seems very odd that the pace has somewhat slowed down.
Yeah. Well, it's interesting with the Doctor because he's still trying to find himself.
Yeah.
He doesn't know enough about himself at this point, and he's trying to figure things out. And I like he says, what do you think of the new face? I was going for minimalism. I think I ended up with magician. So not only is he, trying to figure out, all the things he used to be and how do those things fit into this new body, but also he's trying to figure out what this new body even is. So yeah, he's like, well, like that's sort of the first hint of like what the personality, what this form of his is some strange magician man. So, also, I finally remembered a fun fact about Carabraxis. Originally, Michelle Gomez auditioned for her. She plays Missy in this season. But for some reason, it just wouldn't work out. I can't remember if it was a scheduling thing or something, or maybe they thought she was too scary or something, because she kind of is. But for some reason, she couldn't get Carabraxis, and she was really sad about that. But then she was offered the part of Missy, and she jumped at that. And so now she's the seemingly seasoned villain, but and we'll get more into that as the episodes go on. But yeah, I don't know. You got anything else?
I got nothing.
No more economics talk or anything. I don't know. We'll next episode we'll find. I already forgot what next episode is. Next episode we'll find another topic that isn't really related to the episode, but we'll talk about it anyway. And
it's kind of our brand.
And then I'll probably you'll bring some history to it. I'll bring some anime that nobody's heard of. That I say that what I reference is actually getting a new season next year. So there will be someone out there that knows what anime I was talking about. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, leave a comment and I'll tell you about it in the comments. If you're interested, you're probably not though. So with all of that being said, we're Alex and Dad from 7th Hour Films, and we will see you guys next time. Take care. Alright guys, thanks for watching this video. There's a bunch of links on screen if you want to go click around any of those. There's a playlist with all of our modern Doctor Who reactions, as well as another playlist with all of every Doctor Who video that's on the channel. There's also a subscribe button and a Patreon button on screen, as well as other links in the description if you want to go check out any of those. See you guys later.